Hello and welcome back everybody to yet another Gregtech New Horizons live stream. Hopefully you're all doing very well today. Just getting everything all set up here for the stream and we will be good. Share, copy. Hello. Okay, so did post. Alright, and then over to the Gregtech Discord. There we go. Open up my phone. Excuse me. Okay, this is not what I wanted. Dang it. Hold on a second, chat. I'm sorry. I'm trying to load up the YouTube chat. Okay. There we go. YouTube. Alright, there it is. Panda, Andre, Carlos, and Darius. Hello, everyone. BCD. I've got home, made some poppy seed buns, a cinnamon flavored coffee, and I'm ready to watch some Greg. Awesome. That sounds delicious. Hopefully you enjoy all that while watching. Alright, so that's all good. I got the chat going. That's nice. I'm going to get the old TikTok thing rolling. Okay. So yesterday I did play some off stream. And I got the platinum section all kind of done here. Alright, hold on a second. I need some space. I only have 13 gigabytes. See if there's any videos that I can kind of get rid of here. No, this all looks like more recent stuff. Okay. Well, we'll see how much we could record here. Otherwise, we might have to edit recording settings so that way I could record to my other drive. Output, recording. Yeah, see, I can't, it won't let me mess with this. Recording path. Okay, here we go. Have you go to the D drive, please. Recording, select folder. Okay, so now it works. Alright. So now I can start recording and not have to worry about running out of storage. Actually, I am recording. So let me stop that recording and then start it again. I already had an energy drink after my workout and now it's starting to rain. Ooh. Rain. I guess rain's not too bad. Alright, so back to game. Gregtech New Horizons. F5. Hold on, F1. So, as you can see, I kind of have some stuff set up here already. And it may not be the most efficient in terms of, like, the least amount of machines in space. But I like to keep it simple, or I want to keep it simple, so that way if I have problems, I can kind of easily diagnose what's going on. So we have, what is it, 6 LCRs so far. This one is going to be making the platinum concentrate and the residue dust. Also, Daco, what's going on? Or Daco, how are you doing? This one then takes the platinum concentrate, turns it into the reprecipitated plat dust, as well as the platinum salt, and the enriched palladium, all that other stuff. Making the ammonium chloride here, ammonia here. This is where we actually get the platinum to be created, along with calcium chloride, and then our nitric acid. Thank you very much for the likes, I greatly appreciate it. So this electrolyzer that I just built as well, I'm planning on electrolyzing the calcium chloride. And if there is a use for it in the Platline later other than electrolyzing, don't spoil it. I'll figure it out as we kind of go. But as I'm kind of looking here and slightly planning from the beginning, I kind of want to try to do this as much as I can on my own. But this is what we have so far. I mean, it's pretty clean. I have a controller down there so that way we can have more channels. But we have the dense cable down at the bottom, and then all of these small cables connecting with the exports for all the fluids, the items, and all that other good stuff. Did you just start the stream? I did. What's going on? Also, Yepe, how you doing? Yeah, tropical coastal countries, it rains at least 5 times a week. I could not imagine having to deal with that. I mean, rain's not too bad, but I feel like it would get old pretty quick. Nice idea to place signs on the energy hatches, so when you change them, you will have to rewrite it. Shouldn't be the energy hatch there. Oh. Yeah, I guess I didn't even realize that, well, I guess it's only that one that's on the energy hatch. Oh, I guess that one's on an energy hatch. So, like, 40% of them are on energy hatches. No sifter in EBF yet, or am I blind? Nope, we don't have those yet. So the Platline isn't fully complete. So we are missing, like you were saying, the sifter and an EBF. What's the most amount of gifts you've gotten on a stream ever? Wait, ever set a goal? In a YouTube stream, that was different. You don't really get gifts on a YouTube stream, but the most I've gotten in one day was $240 on like a Fortnite stream. TikTok, probably $20, I think, from like a Galaxy or something. Great, you used drivers. Congratulations. Yeah, look, I was even smart enough for that. So the Aqua Regia, I already had a tank, so I just put that there. And then I just partitioned all of these for all the other storages, so that way we have kind of a buffer, and hopefully it doesn't end up clogging everything else. Yeah, and like I'm surprised. Like I thought this was going to be kind of like a little bit messed up, but I thought of this all on my own, so I'm kind of happy with it. I'll probably end up leaving these here because it's not too bad of a place. And eventually I would like to put like facade covers over all this, so that way it looks a little bit nicer. Did you look at the uses for the platinum salt? So yeah, I did know that you could sift it. I don't know why that's platinum salt. So uses. So yeah, I mean, literally you could turn it down into that. Unless you could do something else, I'd assume it's just the sifting. So yeah, you turn it into the refined platinum salt, then you smelt it up in the EBF. You get some chlorine back, and you just get the input here back as well. But what I'm thinking is, I mean, it's not going to be the most efficient with space. I don't know. So I'm not sure how many chemical reactors we're going to need. No spoilies on that. But I want to keep like all the chemical reactors in line with each other. Obviously all the mixers in line, electrolyzers, then obviously the sifter, and what else is it going to be? The EBFs. Yeah, that is the most important part of recycling the plat dust. Yeah. So we have to... I don't think we have sifters here yet. LCR, distillery tower, gas turbine, centrifuge, or drilling machine, electrolyzer, EBF, mixer, and vacuum freezer I finally made. So let's actually get a recipe for the sifter. Also, welcome into the stream, everybody. TikTok hater, Iker, Lesky, 2-time, Sifter, Driftwood Ghost, hello. Hello, Max. Alright, here we go. Switch back to this. There it is. Dusker and Max, welcome back in. Mine Labubu, what's going on, Not Gold Girl? Sifters will be used in other lines too, so it's a good idea to pattern them. Yeah. So we're going to get our sifters here. Also, thank you very much for the likes. I greatly appreciate it. Hello, Funny Valentine. Yeah, it was only an HV sifter that you needed for that. That's kind of crazy. So we're going to do this. Elgin? Or Eglin? I think it's Eglin. Eglin steel. So we have the any circuit. Boom. And that is going to be in the molecular assembler. Tornado. Ah, yes, the tornado. Alright, so we have that. Go back to this. Okay, so a sifter, multi-block. We got this guy. Oh, that's right, the sieve grates and this, 49. So 18 sieve grates. $49 of these. Controller. We're obviously going to have maintenance hatch, muffler hatch. EV muffler hatch. Okay, we have the maintenance hatch and then inputs. LUV, IV, EV, HV. Boom. And then, I don't think it really needs these, but we're just putting it on there just in case. 2. Have you seen the new LGMA Arc Raiders event? I have not. What's going on with that? Hey, Hydro, how's it going? Start using me hatches and bus for better FPS. Me hatches. I've seen the me hatches. Applied Energistics. So applied Greg, you're talking about these, right? The stocking input. Keeps 16 item types in stock. Change me connection behavior by right-clicking with a wire cutter. Configuration data can be copy-pasted. Hey, Sith Trooper and Xavi Gaddis. Hello, welcome in, both of you. Alright, there we go. Yes, it's less Greg, more Arc. Sounds good, Darius. Those require platinum, so you should be able to afford them. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not really that bad. These ones, interface. Alright, that was those. Acceleration cards. Yep. Okay, these aren't really different from each other. Although, you do have to make them specifically. You can't change them with a wrench, which kind of sucks a little bit. But I guess it is what it is, right? Oh, I see. The amount of storage it can have. Change cache size by inserting a storage cell. It's been a long time since I was here. It's all good, Sith. Hopefully you're doing well. Can cache up to 128,000. So does this work like the drives, where you really can't see the items, but you can like you don't see the individual slots like a chest. You just see kind of like you would in one of these drives here, like say, oh, I have so many bytes of whatever types. Yeah, it's basically like a temporary drive. Okay. You avoid using interfaces on the output, which generates lag. Okay. Oh, also, I did something else as well. I made a matter manipulator, or a matter condenser, and I dumped all my stone dust into it. Obviously, I'm going to want to get cobblestone generated from, say, like a rock breaker, and then just continue to feed it into here for singularities. So you can see I made my first 64K storage component for that. And I mean, it's nothing crazy, but I just got one distillery tower just constantly taking the diluted hydrochloric acid into distilling it into the hydrochloric acid. And there's literally no loss compared to, say, a multi-block. I just didn't want to build a multi-block for it right now because it takes up a lot more space. And I also automated the processing of just salt now with the salt root because I just got sick of the crafting recipes always failing. So I'm like, yep, we're just done with that. So I'd assume silicon solar grade. Yeah, we must be out of silicon or something now. I don't know how I filter this. Silicon. Or I could have just separated them maybe or something. Or stack them on top of each other might have worked better, but... Stone dust can be used for other things. Lovely, exactly what you should have done. Yeah. Recipes that have a chance of success shouldn't be patterned. Yeah. I just did it earlier because like, I didn't want to deal with the crafting of it. But then I'd always deal with my drives being clogged up all the time. So it's like, ugh, it sucks. Alright, Sifter, honestly... Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Pori. I greatly appreciate it. That should pretty much be it. I mean, energy hatches, I can kind of make my own energy hatch whichever way I'd want. Guess I might as well just do this. Alright. So now we could add this into here. Make ourselves a sifter. Okay, so we don't have the means to make any of those yet. Advanced sifting machine. Funny enough, I don't think I have a recipe made for the filters yet. Okay, so we got all that. Sifter, that. Raw carbon mesh we don't have, okay. Five and 4. Well, no matter what, it's still the same, so 2.5 seconds. I assume it'd be quicker like this. Boom, boom. Eglin steel frame box. Okay, we don't have a recipe for that either. Okay, steel box. Boom. Then we also want... Do we have a bunch of... No. Okay, so we're going to have to get another card in here soon. 2 weeks ago, I sent a video of the setup for the free singularities from water. It's somewhere on the Minecraft Discord channel. Oh, okay. What is it? Because it's like consuming the water droplets? That it works because then it thinks it's kind of like an item, I'd assume. That's just my guess. Alright. Serpy, what's going on? And Retep, hello. Yes. Interesting. I swore I saw one with substitutions. Wireless receiver. Wireless receiver. So that's the molecular assembler up there as well. Oh my gosh.
Floppy disk emoji, film camera emoji, telephone receiver emoji, video camera emoji, pager emoji, trackball emoji, computer mouse emoji, trackball emoji, bicycle emoji, minibus emoji, fire engine emoji.
Fire engine emoji. And it stopped after that. It didn't get to the last 3. Thank you very much, Red. I greatly appreciate it. We love all of the emojis. Okay, I need to make the sifter here. Hold on. Okay, so we need Eglin steel rods now. Extruder. LV is fine. It vanished. Yeah, LOL. There goes. Extruder. Oh wait, no, I want extruder here. Oh no, is it gonna say it again?
Floppy disk emoji, film camera emoji, telephone receiver emoji, video camera emoji, pager emoji, trackball emoji, computer mouse emoji, trackball emoji, bicycle emoji, minibus emoji, fire engine emoji.
I wonder if that triggered the spam filter. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I have a spam filter for that. Emoji. Emoji. Alright, assembler. 8 and 1, so it literally still does not matter. What is that? Tumbaga frame box. Eglin steel plates. I don't believe I have a recipe for the Eglin steel plates. Dawson, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I don't know why I have chlorine here. Oh yeah, because I go to make chlorine, and then it tries to make it all with the regular salt, even though it doesn't have enough regular salt. I guess maybe if I couldn't craft the salt, then I would go for the rock salt, but... like, ugh, why don't you use the stuff that's already available? You don't have to craft salt if I already have rock salt. So stupid. Alright, wow, we have steel plates. Okay, Eglin. So we got those, and the plates. Wow, okay. I love these Minecraft streams, so I start playing Minecraft. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy them, and I love having you here. Definitely makes the day go by a little bit quicker. Raw carbon mesh. So that is an assembler. Circuit 2. Assembler, circuit 2. Nice. Gregtech VR. Dude, I would love to play Gregtech VR. That'd be fun. Alright, so we got that now. EBF. What does this come with for coils? Do I have to get my coils on my own? I think I do. Yeah, it appears so. Well, that's fine. We could do this. Hey, what's going on, Jack? Yo, this looks sick. What mod pack? The mod pack is Gregtech New Horizons. I highly recommend checking it out. My favorite mod pack of all time. Let's see here. We've been playing for 720 hours in this world so far. And tomorrow is actually the 1-year anniversary of the world that we'll be playing on it. So it's pretty awesome. Kukus WLR. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. I love having this stream go in the background while I do chores. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if this is the first time that you've been here. Just the way that you kind of phrased it, it feels like you've probably been here just chilling in the background. But welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day. I tried VR Phasmo yesterday. The default controls were so unintuitive. Well, that's kind of nice. Wait. Never mind. Unintuitive. That's bad. Oh, no. You know, I never played Phasmophobia. I almost thought about it a long time ago, but yeah, I never got into it. Only 1/10 of the way through the mod pack. Yeah, right? We're going to be here for a long time. Probably going to take us close to 3 years, I'd have to assume. Oh yeah, I did start smelting up some tungsten in here as well, just because I didn't want to. I wanted to have some more tungsten whenever it was needed. Although, time to full, an hour. I had to turn off the second EBF because we don't make enough power, even with 2 of these full things, to keep the battery filled. Or it would just run indefinitely. 2.6 million. Make sure none of these are having problems. So I need to get that guy hooked up as soon as possible as well. Funnily enough, Phasmophobia was supposed to be a VR-only game initially. Huh. Does it lag? What kind of PC do you have, man? Really don't have that many lag issues. I mean, I kind of had, like, the game would freeze every hour, a couple hours initially when I first started playing. That was back in, like, 2.6. The version 2.6 something with this, but now we're in like 2.8.1. But the PC that I'm running, I only have... actually, I could just do F3, I think. So yeah, a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Ti running Java 21, and we're allocating 8,000 MB of RAM. Not too bad. Actually, I thought I was running 12K to the game, but maybe it's only using 8,000 right now. But it runs pretty smooth. I mean, nothing too crazy. I don't have a supercomputer, so if you have something relatively decent, it'll play pretty dang good. And it really doesn't lag until, like, way later on. Like, I'm not even at the point yet of where we have crazy stuff to cause lag. Yeah, New Horizons is super well optimized. Hydro, I got a physical fitness test coming up in a few days, and my muscles still ache from workouts. They're going to say that you're unhealthy because you can't work out because you're sore from the prior workouts. That'd be something. Like, yeah, you should have been able to do this. Alright, how is this all doing? Okay, so you're... Oh. Something stuck in the interface. Well, that's nice. Yep, and still it does not work either. The shift clicking stuff. I guess I could have clicked on the interface of where it's supposed to be. Mixer, Eglin Steel. Why you no mix? Silicon, Eglin, sulfur. Are you broken? Ignore. So, Eglin steel-based compound. Oh, wait, here we go. 6, 7. I guess I can't mix it there. Oops. Yeah, the mixer's not big enough there, so we need to take this and move it somewhere else. I like how it says it can be mixed in MV here, but... Yeah, okay. If you had the multi, it wouldn't be an issue, yeah. Sadly. Alright, here we go. Oh god. No, I'm making... Oh. Oh no, I made the wrong stuff. So I just dumped it in. Oh, there it goes. No, it's not. Okay, I still didn't think it was working right. What is this, circuit 2? Oh god, it's circuit 20. That is all messed up. Oh boy. Well, at least we're getting something out of it now. Scheduled. Okay, so yeah. I don't understand. Like, it schedules it and then it shows it's crafting, whatever. Oh dang, those craft up fast. Or something weird's just going on with it, and that's all. Rocco, Patrick, hello everyone, what's going on? Crafting all the steel ingots. All the dust that you're probably not going to end up making now. Let's just make some Eglin steel just in case. Make 200. Just as a backup, because you don't know. There we go. Makes me feel a little bit better. So this guy, you're waiting on quadruple hatches. Oh, yeah, that's right. And that we need to get a assembling machine for that because it's just, yeah. I have to keep switching the circuit. I know it's bad. Which I probably should just do that really soon. I want to show you guys. I remember we had this problem with the chemical reactor before, is that the quadruple EV hatches actually don't have enough of an input. So yesterday I also made, hold on, you can see it, EV, right here, IV hatches. Otherwise we couldn't do the recipe with like the bigger amounts, we had to do the smaller amounts. And I think it was this one with the platinum concentrate, you would end up with the tiny dust, and I was not going to do with that. So it's kind of nice we have access to all of the IV components to make those now, so that way we can easily fill this all up. But the only thing that holds us back from producing more platinum quicker right now is honestly the hydrochloric acid and the chlorine production. So this is what I do have. I can change this. I know, Andre, you were saying I could do basically the opposite of this. But what I have for now, or what I was kind of planning, is I could have partitioned cells, which this is going to end up taking a lot more space than this, but reverse. So I'll have to change it to this. But I was going to have cells with every output. So like platinum dust, rhodium, iridium, whatever, all that stuff just in here as well. And then a storage bus here with an interface connected to it. I basically just did the opposite of what my dusts are connected to through like the ore proc. Let's see. Platinum Concentrate 1 is the important one. The rest aren't needed, I think. Lazy. Yes, I know, Carlos. I'm sorry for being lazy. I mean, you already have what I suggested, just only for items. Yeah. For single items, use bulk cells. What do you mean for single items? Like take the filter out away? Take the filter away here? Or, oh, you know what I could do? I could just also add in other items to the filter too. I don't have to have this just being platinum. I just realized that. For the Platline, I have 4 drives, 2 for items and 2 for items. You mean 2 for items, 2 for fluids? Or did you mean something else possibly? But yeah, look at this. I'm surprised that I was actually smart enough to realize, like, yeah, you have 32 channels connected up to that, 32 channels to this side. Save 32 for here, 32 for there, 32 for there. I'm happy that I'm realizing that. Sorry, you're all good. So it's 512,000 of a single item, and it's super cheap. Block container me storage. Look it up. Energy absorber. Okay, block container me. Oh, hello. Nope. Whoa. What is that? What? How does that work? Oh, so it's just... it holds one type of item. Wow. Really? So only a 1K storage component, but it holds one type of item. So, like, obviously, you could only hold 8 types of items in a drive if you had a full drive of these, but you could hold a lot of items. Hey, Trey, what's going on? There are cells for that. They're called bulk cells. I think that's the name. Yes. Wait, that's a thing that's sick. Yeah, it is sick. It's awesome. It's like, it's super cheap. Wow, I am... okay, thank you very much for that. Block container me storage. Does it even ever tell me about that? I don't even think it did. At least nowhere that I've seen. I'm surprised it doesn't. Maybe it does somewhere, I just never found it. It's a drive for one item type and holds 524,000 items. Can you remind me again what the Platline is for? So the Platline is for taking all of our precious metal dust. So basically it starts out as this, the platinum metallic powder dust. And then we're processing that so that we can extract pure platinum. Let's look at all the other metals in it. IV. So, iridium, osmium, so we have 3 metals so far. Ruthenium, rhodium, so 5 metals. And palladium, so 6 metals I think is what we get out of that. So, yes, that is what that is all going to be for, is to be able to obtain all of those 6, like, pretty rare metals. Platinum metals, platinum, palladium, rhodium, ruthenium, iridium, and osmium. Which, funny enough, I just realized we also need to get indium going as well. Still never got that. Which, that shouldn't be all that hard. It's just sending purified sphalerite and galena with sulfuric acid, aluminum, into this. Indium concentrate. Yeah, so I can just have 2 chemical reactors next to each other. Hey, what's going on, DK Gamer? Hey, remember me? I do. What's going on? Welcome back. Indium's pretty easy. It's just kind of expensive. Yeah. Use the me hash, improve the game and machine performance. All right, well, let's go home and then start auto crafting those, I guess. Look at that. We got a sifter and an EBF. What do we want for coils? We already have 19 Kanthal coils. Nichrome. Well, we don't even have TPV. Hold on a second. TPV coils. Now that we have, you know, titanium, platinum, and vanadium, it's not really that bad to make. Molten nichrome assembler, circuit 3. Let me get 2 assemblers here. Actually, here, hold on. Some more of these. Advanced assembly machines, 2. Black steel ingot we're missing. Hold on. You don't need super expensive coils. Okay. Did you not join Project Singularity? I did not get an invite to it, and I didn't want to try and like beg into it. And also another reason, like I was saying in prior streams, is it's probably good since I'm not super far ahead into the game, even though they do have some people that are kind of newer. I am kind of happy that I still have the opportunity to go and play through solo, hopefully to get to the end. And then maybe someday, if I'm lucky enough, I can get invited to something like that. That'd be awesome. Isn't that the SMP for Greg Boomer? Yes, Greg Boomers. Nichrome gets you perfect overclock from MV to HV, and TPV plus gets you perfect overclock from HV to EV. How much platinum do you have so far? Platinum. 200. So I think when I started this, I had maybe like half a stack of platinum or so. So we're getting there, we're getting stuff, but we need a lot more chlorine, which actually I should have some salt now to make chlorine. 1 million. Do I have enough? To craft 107, so let's not do that. We'll do 750k. Yes. Start. Let that craft up. And then we'll get some more hydrochloric acid. Yeah, recycling the platinum salt does give a good amount of the chlorine back. Yeah. So I would like to get that going sooner than later. So it's actually, let's look at the platinum dust. Hold on. Use. So I mean, that's MV and copper nickel. That takes 10 seconds. I mean, it's going to be really quick. So it would be nice to get all of the blast furnace recipes for the Platline. Chlorine returns to recycling. So I guess let me write this down. And what I figured out yesterday is that... What is it? So the recipe with 36k aqua regia... I forgot whatever it was I was crafting. It turns into 9,000 nitrogen dioxide. And then basically that's like fully recycled, which is kind of nice. So I don't even have to worry about recycling anything for the ammonia and ammonium chloride now. So that's beautiful. So we need a blast furnace, or EBF. Okay, I'm just kind of writing this down. I know everybody probably could give me answers, but I want to try to figure this out. Aqua regia is recycled, just need some water and oxygen to do so. Yeah, which we have infinite water, and our oxygen production has been pretty dang good so far. We're still at 3.9 million. Also, I'm curious to see our tungsten. 240 tungsten ingots. Wow, that's actually surprising. I mean, it's not a lot in terms of like a lot of people, but I'm loving that. That's nice. 240 tungsten. We're still producing more tungsten there. Alright. Uses. So that is MV copper nickel. MV. And I'm just going to write down. So I'm writing down basically the power needed, the coil needed for the heat capacity, and then the items that it is using. So refined plats. Yeah, refined platinum salt. Alright, so then we got all that. Go back to the recipe for this. go back to the recipe for that. Palladium. Yeah, we'll go to palladium route just to see EBF wise. So this is the interesting one that I saw, is initially we have to do this method to get palladium enriched, actually to get the palladium salt. But then once you get enough palladium salt, you can switch over to this, I think, because it's only a 95% chance to get palladium salt from... Actually, palladium salt. So you would sift it, and you have a 95% chance to get the metallic powder, because then you have to use the metallic powder, which would be the best way right here with circuit 9, using 9 powder and then 9 here, and then you get 16 palladium salt. So you basically need to use a lot of sifting. It's going to constantly be cycling because it's just weird. Let's see, very solid amount considering you aren't using much right now. Exactly, like I'm loving it. But yeah, initially we'll have to do this route. What is it? Yeah, just do this just to get a couple until we can have enough palladium metallic powder to continue the process of making more. You get metallic powder from some ores later on, so you can just do the powder and enriched ammonia. That's going to be kind of nice, yeah, just having powder just dumped in. But yeah, just to start, just to get our first couple, but I think we'll have to do this. Unless we get elsewhere some now. So palladium salts, sift it with palladium metallic powder. Enriched ammonia, nope. Oh, it's this what we wanted to look at, yes. So I keep going in a circle. It's the precipitated palladium dust. Ah, yes, the formic acid. We have to make the formic acid. Sodium formate. I'm just looking for all possible recipes here for EBF. So it looks like it's it for the palladium line. There's no EBF for the palladium line. Alright. Reprecipitated platinum. No, it's the leech dust. Okay, so we gotta go back here. Platinum residue. So that is MV copper nickel as well. Should also write down the circuit numbers. So that is circuit 11. And the other one, Jacob! What's going on? How are you doing? Thank you very much for the likes. Thankfully, palladium isn't too useful right now. Just makes some very strong weapons. Ooh, okay. Well, that's kind of not... Yeah, it's kind of nice not to have to worry about all that. Also, thank you very much for the follow, Jacob. I greatly appreciate it. Alright, so... Refined platinum salt. Uses. Nope. So I got right here. That is circuit 1. Okay, so that... We already have differing circuits, but that's fine. Like, we have really cheap... Really cheap stuff. I mean, honestly, we could probably run copper nickel coils and still have plenty of speed. But we'll probably run a couple tiers higher just to be nice and quick. Because we don't want to waste too much time either. Alright, so that's circuit 1. I'm glad that I found that was circuit 1. So then uses, we have the platinum residue, blah blah blah, turn into that. So the molten potassium disulfate, fluid extractor, potassium disulfate, not even that bad. So we don't care about that. So that gives us rhodium sulfate and leach. We'll go to rhodium. Rhodium sulfate. Rhodium sulfate solution. So what about molten potassium? Nope, that's just heat exchanger. Rhodium sulfate. Rhodium sulfate turns into the zinc stuff. Rhodium sulfide metal. Okay, that's just an electrolyzer. Crude rhodium metal dust. Okay, here we go. So, MV copper nickel. Same thing, no circuit. And that is crude rhodium metal. I do apologize if it's a little bit boring, just like listening to me write all this down, but it's the process that, you know, everybody has to go through if they don't want to cheat themselves out of testing their own, I guess, intelligence, I guess. I would use HV for most of the line to save energy since it's passive. Oh yeah, rather than having to use super high EV or anything like that. That's why I'm running lossless HV cables. It is a bit expensive, but we're running 72 amp lossless cables that's getting powered from a 64 amp transformer that gets 16 EV amps. So right now we have 72 amps. I think we're only using 15 to 20 amps so far with all of our machines. So eventually we'll have to have more coming in, but we'll be fine. No worries, we've all been there. Also, there's 16 amazing people here. I want to say thank you very much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. So yeah, crude rhodium metal dust. And that is no circuit. Crude rhodium metal dust, and that's no circuit. Circuit, none. I could just wrote 0. There we go. Sweet. So then rhodium salt dust, that's going to go through... Oh, a mixer, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, the salt solution. Look at all this crazy stuff. I think rhodium was like one of the weird longer, super long ones. And then you go into the rhodium nitrate, into the sifter, rhodium filter cake. Yeah, this is definitely the longest one, I remember. Yep, you do all the mixing, rhodium filter cake solution, yada yada yada, reprecipitated rhodium dust. Then you finally get the rhodium dust with the chemical reactor. Okay. I'd probably do the metals one at a time. To be honest, you might get overwhelmed like this. Yeah. So what I'm just... I agree with you. What I'm trying to do right now is just try and see what kind of EBFs that I might need. So that way I don't go too crazy with some machines. I think rhodium I feel like I'd like to leave for last since it's like insanely long. Oh wait, can I not go back? Platinum metallic powder. Nope. Yes, platinum residue. So you get leach residue, sodium ruthenate, or, yeah, ruthenate? Rarest metal residue. Did I not have, I don't think I did. MV, copper, nickel, no circuit. Okay, so that's also the same thing. Leach residue. I thought we had leach residue before. What? That's platinum residue. Oh, okay, so I wrote it down wrong. Platinum residue. Alright, so I'll just write the stuff down for the EBFs and then we'll move on. Leach residue. Circuit 0. Okay. The worst part is to recycle the byproducts so you don't clog your system. Yeah. You had leach as an output. Yeah, I accidentally... Because I was using the inputs before and then I just started using the outputs. But it's all fine as long as I know my circuits here. Because I had circuit 11 written down for that. Rhodium sulfate, we already went that way. So here's this. Turn everything into here. So that's just steam, so that's nice. Funny enough, I could go send this upstairs to my LV area since I really don't use my boiler up there. So sodium ruthenate. Is it ruthenate? I think it's ruthenate. There we go. That's a bit better pronunciation, I think. So we do this in the chemical reactor into tetroxide solution through a heater. Then a distillation tower through a fluid solidifier, and then another chemical reactor. Okay, so we're gonna have lots and lots and lots of chemical reactors. Dang. Okay, so then the rarest metal residue gets EBF'd. Same thing, circuit 11. Okay, so rarest metal residue. is circuit 11. So that's kind of nice. I mean, we'll have to... We could save the blast furnace, like all these ones that are circuit 11, is we could figure out how to maybe use it for, you know, all these metals here. We'll have to make sure that we don't have conflicting recipes with like hydrochloric acid and all that other stuff, but I don't think we'll have problems. Lines can cause lag due to using too many machines. Yeah, that's why we want to try and condense it a little bit if we can. Ruthenium uses most... Oh, ruthenium uses the most different machines. Yeah. So many machines. Iridium. Oh, and osmium. Okay, so osmium, we'll look at that. I think, yeah, we just distill that into the solution and then just chemical react it with hydrochloric. We use a lot of hydrochloric acid with everything here. It's insane. But there's our osmium. We get chlorine back at least, and then, yeah, you just kind of continue the cycle. So osmium, not too bad after this point. Iridium metal residue. It goes into the same thing, another EBF, circuit 1. Circuit 1, MV and copper nickel. So, I mean, we're not going to have to worry about power or coils for anything. That's kind of nice. Sludge dust, I think, is just a centrifuge. Yep, that's all fine and dandy. Iridium dioxide. Acidic iridium solution. Ammonia, we get the ammonia back. Iridium chloride. Metallic sludge and iridium. And then just goes to do the centrifuge again. Okay, nice. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps for the whole line inside of an EBF. And 1, 2 share a thing, so that's circuit 1, so that's 1 EBF, 2 EBFs, 3 EBFs. So there's 2 circuit 1s, 2 circuit 11s, and 2 circuit 0s. Or no circuits. Which could end up going into either of the other machines, as long as we're not clogging them up with stuff. Does spreading the machines on larger amounts of chunks help with lag? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. So now I just want to see the EBF recipes. Go back. So, iridium metal residue. Okay. That's all that is needed for the EBF. Just want to make sure we don't have any conflicting stuff. Okay, so that is all that makes there. So then, rarest metal uses hydrochloric acid. Plus HCl. Okay, and then leech uses salt water to actually cook up. What's going on, Mexo? How you doing? Damn, you're on IV now. We are actually on IV. Setting up stuff for the Platline and just kind of calculating out what we're going to need for some machines. So it appears we're only going to need... I mean, if we separated the two processes that don't use a circuit, then we'll have 3 separate EBFs, which isn't too bad, but we'll probably just try and keep it to 2 EBFs, so we'll see where we could stack those recipes with. Do you know you can have multiple circuits inside a single bus? If they don't have conflicts, it can simplify setups. So yeah, we can, and we did that once before with this guy. We were running an insane amount. I don't even know how many here we had. Okay, we had 2 here. So we were running a lot of this through, say, some of these. It's just, yeah, we'll have to be careful to see I guess, which recipes could or could not conflict. But I guess that's one thing I really should probably try and look out for, to try and condense it down, because if I just have a massive line of machines for every single line, probably will start running into lag issues, and I really don't want that. Especially as we go further on down the line. It helps a little, but what causes lag is machines turning on and off. That's why batch mode has a delay between recipes. Okay. Yeah, like say nitric acid. Well, yeah, trying to figure that all out. Interesting. We'll try and save on machines with the EBFs and whatever else we're going through. But probably could have saved some there. Actually, probably could almost guarantee that I could have saved some machines. Every time a machine is turned on, it performs a lot of checks before starting up. Let's see. Platinum residue. Plat residue is molten potassium disulfate. It can only operate with that as well. Is there limited item filters from Ender.io in the pack? So, I don't think they're that limited. We do have the filters. I really don't use those much anymore. Let's see. So, I mean, I guess it is kind of limited. You have 5 filters for fluid here, unless maybe you were to add in more filters. But we just use the AE2 to kind of filter everything through. Your first iteration of the Platline won't be perfect, but just getting something kind of works is fine. Yeah, and I guess like you're saying, yeah, just could update it later on as well. Awesome. 262. Because when I was at 240 before. That's nice. Okay. So yes, once again, the Platline, or the Platinum residue, takes molten potassium. Plat residue plus molten potassium. Okay, so that's 4. We have 6 or 2 more recipes. So like that alone, this isn't used anywhere else. So circuit 11, that's fine. Leech, nothing else uses salt water. So I mean, these are going to be fine on their own. Literally, okay, saltpeter is the only thing used in here as well, so that's fine. Leech, residue, and salt. Plus salt water. And that's the no circuit. So yeah, I could have, honestly, yeah, the quad hatches might work for everything. When the machine, I already read that. When the machine turns on, checks things like which recipe to use, if there's power, how much raw materials there is, etc. You'll update the plat line at least 2 times. First plat line, proper plat line. Then QFT, spoiler plat line. What? I don't even know what any of that is, so yeah, no spoilies on that. We'll see what happens when the future comes. Sorry, I meant the actual limited item filter. Item filter. I think I know what you're talking about. So it's these guys. Yeah, we have the advanced filters. I think these bigger ones have more items to be filtered. But I know you can upgrade them to move a little bit faster with Ender.io, but we want to keep everything kind of hooked up with AE2. Although maybe there's still uses for Ender.io later on too, I'm not sure. Build the best one, and build it once, yes. Well, if only we knew what the best one was off the top of our head, but we gotta make our mistakes. Drunk Homeless Man, hey Blaze, what's going on, how you doing? You learn so much as you go on, you'll always update. I bet you don't even remember me. I do not. What? I remember the Olimar picture, I'm pretty sure. I remember Olimar. I don't remember him smoking a doobie. What's going on, though? Especially since you unlock new tools as you go on. Leech residues. There we go. The rarest metal. Okay, we have that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Iridium metal. Rarest metal. Platinum and molten potassium. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Oh, platinum residue. Leech. What else do we have? Crude rhodium metal. Oh, that's what it is. Crude rhodium. Where's our crude rhodium dust? Gone. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Rhodium. Okay, crude rhodium is another, yeah, no recipe. Crude rhodium, salt, and chlorine. So far, it doesn't even seem like any of these have the same thing. Hydrochloric acid, chlorine. So, I mean, we could just dump a bunch of it in together. It's not like I'm a sensation on your screen, but I'm definitely not Glooby. Are you Mr... Oh my gosh. I forgot his name. From Deltarune. Blaze, if you're using one machine for each recipe, remember to lock the recipe. It helps with lag when the machine performs checks. You mean kind of like the blocking input filter? So that way it only puts one recipe in. I hate that rhodium line is longer than all the other lines combined, but it's based on real-life processing, so I can't really complain much. Yeah, right? Coffee, what's going on? Yeah, Mr. Tenna, yes. Awesome, what's going on, Mr. Tenna? So maybe if you did change your name and everything, I forgot. That'd be why. I was surprised when I looked up how the platinum metals were actually processed IRL. It's pretty similar to New Horizons. Which is pretty cool if you ever talk to anybody like, oh yeah, I know how that works. Or just like the general idea of it. Refined platinum salt. Oh, that's right, okay. Yeah, okay, here we go. Uses. Nope, not that one. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like we could just put a couple, like, quad hatches on for all the fluids. And we only have 1 fluid, 2 fluid, 3 fluid, 4 fluid. So we can fit all the fluids in a quad hatch, and then maybe 2 separate input hatches. Or I could just have 2 EBFs. Hey, Gabriel, what's going on? Good evening, Blaze. How's it going? Not too bad. Thank you very much for asking. There's a button to lock recipes on the machine's control panel. Okay, sounds good. The button to lock recipe. So will it only ever make that recipe, or is it'll lock it so it only makes that one recipe until it's done, and then it'll start a different recipe? I'm going to grab a drink real quick, but we're actually good. Make another EBF, and then let's get some coils as well. Alright, so we're going to start that. Coil, so most of them are copper nickel, so Canthal, we probably want nichrome. 16 times, okay, 2 is 32, but then you take away the 6 in the middle, is 2, 4 is 26, I think we need. Mica-based sheets and nichrome, okay, well. Oh, it locks the recipe, and that machine only executes that recipe. Okay, it will only ever be able to make that one recipe. Okay, that makes a bit more sense then. So we'll see what we'll have to maybe use that for. I'm gonna grab my drink real quick. Alright. You know how happy I am about this though, chat? Like, we finally have platinum being produced again. And we're about to get all these other rare metals that we need for a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's nowhere near... The Platline isn't nowhere near as crazy as some of the other stuff we're going to get into later on, but definitely the craziest thing that I've ever been a part of. Okay. Nichrome. Yes, so let's do all that. So coils, nichrome coil. I think I said 20... 32 minus 6. 2, 4 is 26. So it wants mica-based sheets. And that is from a forming press, so we should make another forming press. I would never again draw lines on a paper after discovering diagrams. Is there... I've seen the diagrams, or like... I didn't like fully look into them, but I've seen kind of what they look like. Is there a way that... Or something I could use to make something similar? Like, does Google have something for free or whatever that I could use to, like... kind of drag names and boxes and like inputs, outputs. This is a suggestion in Discord. Darius is... Oh my goodness. That's a lot of nuclear reactors. There's plenty of tools available for that. Some Gregtech New Horizons specific ones too. Ooh. Personally, I use Miro board, not a sponsorship. Like I have to say, the not a sponsorship. Miro board. I'll have to look into that. Because, yeah, I would like to have something to where all the inputs and outputs can be connected. Say, yeah, all my byproducts could branch off into a box, so like all the chlorine goes to one spot. And then, you know, it branches back out into all the other machines and stuff. Gregtech New Horizons suggestions. Oh, right here, okay. Bauxite slurry processing. Yeah, so that's what somebody has made. I absolutely love it. So, is there a way, or like, what I could use, like what program I could use to kind of like do the same thing? Although somebody probably put a lot of time into this one. Probably having to grab screenshots, Photoshop all the other stuff out. I mean, I guess that doesn't take too long, but... Could I send a link? You build the process, then you use it as a reference. Yeah. I don't. Are you in the Discord, Hydro? If you want to post it there, because YouTube might not allow the link. I don't mind if you post it there, but YouTube might not show it. Personally, I use Brain. I've never heard of that one either. Are you going to reinvent the wheel? I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the whole... For me, that's the whole point of playing this pack, is to test my knowledge as much as I can. Because anybody can play through with enough time and just copy designs of everything else. Granted, there's some stuff that I did have to copy, or that I just chose to. But I really do want to do the Platline on my own, to test my intelligence. So yes, I will reinvent the wheel to see if I'm smart enough to make the wheel. Alright. Take all this powder out of here. We'll need that for future stuff. Nichrome. How much... Oh, probably this is going to be busy for a while. Yeah. I prefer doing everything alone at first, and if I'm happy with how I did it, I might look at how the other did it too. That's kind of like the way that I would feel, yeah. I'm not going to fry my brain while I'm having fun. And that's the awesome part, is that everybody can kind of do, you know, their own thing. It's like, well, if one person wants to do this, then the next person could do that. That's what I love about Minecraft, is there's not one specific way to have to do everything. And if I had a beefy enough computer, I could just machine spam. But nope, I have to try and make it a little bit more condensed. Okay, the hot nichrome ingot, that takes UV power. Wow. Well, we already cut in half because of that, so that's 30 seconds. It's only to be like 15 or so seconds, not even. I've sent it. You can check it out when you are free. It will greatly help with visualizing the entire line. Well, thank you very much, Hydro. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, 13.5 seconds. I know later on the Kevlar line will probably take me a hot minute, but that's part of the challenge. Exactly. Well, and then, like, not even just like it's a challenge and it's just going to take a long time, but then you learn better ways to kind of, what do you want to say, improve on your designs. Like, you know your own flaws. Rather than you just copy something and you don't really understand how it works. Because that's kind of how my brain works. Is like, I need to mess with it. I need to make the mistakes. So that way I know what not to do. Assembler. We had 2 assemblers being made and they never got made, did they? Nope. Oh boy. Yeah, the Platline helped learn a lot of that. Alright, well, we're trying to make 2 more new assemblers so we don't have to continue doing that stupid circuit switching. 2. Black steel is what we were missing. Okay, black steel. Sweet. So how much LCRs will be in your Platline? That is a good question. So I already know I have way too many for just the platinum section. Like, it's not that great. So I know that the nitric acid, I mean, let's look at here. Nitric acid. Nitric acid. Hello? Okay, whatever. So currently, we are making nitric acid with circuit 24. 3 inputs. So circuit 24 input bus. Okay, so this is for the platinum. Platinum. So that's no circuit. Honestly, this could go on anywhere. We want to keep the nitric acid alone because the nitric acid is slow. Ammonia is slow, ammonium chloride. Although ammonium chloride's not operating right now. How much? Yeah, 40 seconds for ammonia. Ammonia chloride. Ammonium. So we're doing circuit 9, hydrochloric acid, and ammonia. So that's only 3 seconds. That's not even that bad. Don't worry about it. I have 1 LCR for each step. Awesome. That's good. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one then. I'm glad that I would need... Wait, I'm glad that I would need 64 amps LEV energy hatches to collect all the power I would be making from nukes. Damn. It's fine to do it like that. I had my first Platline like that too. Awesome. So that's what would be the nice thing, is like, yeah, we have this, and then even if we turn it on, well, I guess I don't think it would make sense to turn it off until we, well, if we're making enough medals from an improved one, yeah, we could turn this off, and then it's just like a museum to see what we started with, and then just moving on from that point. Nukes are incredibly good. It's cheap as well. Alright, so yeah, we're going to keep going like this until we have issues. Alright, electrolyzer for calcium chloride. So, and I do want to keep each machine type kind of different. So, I don't think we have orange. Maybe we'll do orange for the electrolyzers, and then we'll do like a green for EVFs. But I don't think we have a lot for the mixers, so maybe we could do a couple more mixers. Maybe a couple more electrolyzers. I'm thinking maybe at most would probably only need like 2 or 3 mixers and electrolyzers. It didn't look like there was that many steps. I'm switching to NAC fuel. Nukes no longer suffice. I'll do something else after this. I can't wait to get into nukes. Green Hyper, welcome into the stream. Also, if you guys are enjoying it, if you wouldn't mind leaving some likes, it would greatly help out. Just to help some other Gregtech enthusiasts to help find the stream. Sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it's not worth using one machine for each task. Look at the speed and find the bottleneck. Yeah, so like the ammonia and the nitric acid taking... Well, actually, the nitric acid for me... Yeah, it's only 16 seconds there. That's not even that bad. How am I making it... Oh, that's 16 seconds here, and it's using all my oxygen here, too. Okay. So that's how I'm making it upstairs. What's going on, Mandy? How's it going? Mark II for now. Don't have power to support multiple UHV assembly lines for UEV circuits. Oh yeah, you're talking about your NAC line stuff. Oh my goodness, 1.8 million.
Clipping any given sentence from someone live streaming GTNH has a 50-50 chance of sounding like a genius engineer or unhinged madman. Sometimes both.
Thank you very much again, Gregtech. And I completely agree with that statement. Usually I just feel like everybody else talking is insanely smart. But then like I listen to myself, I'm like, well, I'm just an unhinged madman. But thank you once again, Red. I greatly appreciate it. Red, I feel like you are the engineer. You have engineer in your name. Anything you say about Gregtech just means you're automatically smart. Definitely not biased. Alright. No emoji.
Clipping any given sentence from someone live streaming GTNH has a 50-50 chance of sounding like a genius engineer or unhinged madman. Sometimes both.
I'm not even mad that it repeats itself. I'm just gonna leave it. It makes me happy. Okay, let's take everything. We need the sifter down here. So the only bad part... Ooh. You know what? You know, I could open this up. No, I could open this up and then have power go back the other way as well. Okay, I can. I'm just like double guessing myself. Like I could have like a tube going around this and then you can kind of look up and see the power cables and stuff. Or maybe not, because I realize that's not that high up. As a Gregtech player, I can safely say I am not smart IRL, literally an art student myself. Just because you love art doesn't mean you're not smart. Everybody has their own type of smart. That's kind of what I feel. I mean, sure, there maybe are some people out there that, like, it's kind of sad they don't know anything, and they could technically be classified in a dictionary as dumb. But everybody has, like, something that they are very knowledgeable in, I think, and that makes you smart in any sense. Like, I think I'm dumb, but then, you know, I know roughly how to do, like, many things that are, like, mechanical, especially with my job, or, like, working on cars. But I still feel, like, dumb myself sometimes. I like this bug. It's now a feature. Have your message duplicated on stream. Because it's a double thank you for the donation. That's why. That's the great approach. I love that approach that we're going to take with that. So I want to keep that all LCRs. So, let's see. That would be 2 mixers, 3 mixers, 4 mixers, 5 mixers. I don't even think there was that many recipes for mixing. I don't think we needed that many. So if we have to, we'll keep a spot open. I'm terrible at languages, but there are experts in many fields. Yeah. Darius, I'm terrible at languages, but I like nukes. Yeah, you don't have to understand how to speak or like say anything, as long as you just know how it operates. That's all that matters. I'm an expert at being bad at stuff. See, you're all getting it. If you care about something, you'll naturally learn a lot about it and be smart at it. That's just how we work as humans. Man, I don't even know. Okay, that's fine. Ugh. Alright. So you have to have a 7-block wide gap for pathways. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm an expert. I already read that. Nukes is life. I'm terrible at languages, but I'm good at making subscribers leave Blaze's channel. That's why they've been going down. You know, it very well could be because I haven't uploaded a Gregtech video recently. Although, like, they don't get that many views to be like people would be leaving from that. I wouldn't think, but I think the channel dropped like 10 subscribers over like the last week or so, and that's pretty substantial because usually we kind of just sit within like a 5 subscriber range. Like, we'll go up a little bit, we'll go down a little bit, we'll go up a little bit, go down a little bit. But yeah, we lost about like 10 or so, I would have to say, in the last week. Not sure why. So I posted a Arc Raiders short and an Arc Raiders video. Maybe they just hate Arc Raiders. Hovers over the unsubscribe button. No, please. Do not leave. We'll miss you too much, Hydro. Alright. I love how much pollution there is now. I know it's pretty disgusting how dark it is in here. I need to get some more air filters going. I'm not a huge fan of the pollution. Oh, I think the silly maintenance has to be on the bottom. Any bottom layer casing, yeah. Actually, these are all coils. 2. Muffler. Why do I have 3? Oh, I know, one's for the sifter, that's why. We have energy hatches. You know what? Oh, that's not it. Probably get away with putting it in the middle here is fine. Quad inputs. And then what? Oh, actually, no. The outputs can be shared. Duh. Output shared. Output shared. So we have fluid input. Oh, we need fluid outputs. That's the big gross one. Actually, all the fluid outputs can go right in the middle. Or can they not? Hold on. So, the blast furnace. Output hatch. Any heat-proof machine casing. Okay. Top middle. So, any machine casing. Although we can't put them in the middle because we still have all the coils here, so that's not going to work. We have one here. Actually, we could have them all across the top. That'd be interesting. You had subscriber boom because you streamed several times in a row, which gave the algorithm more views. That probably makes, yeah, it makes decent sense. The pollution is becoming bad when you can't see farther than 4 chunks ahead of you. Yeah. Is that what you have, Darius? I think the highest pollution I've had in a chunk was about 18 million when I launched my Tier 6 rocket. From there, I hate how restrictive EBFs are with their construction. I know, right? Wish they would just make it like the Volks have it. Well, it just makes it another good reason to get Volks, but then also it's kind of sad because then you move away from EBFs, but maybe not. Begsy, what's going on? How you doing? Okay. Output for fluids below and for gas above. Oh, wait a minute. I see. So I don't even know how many fluids or gases and all that stuff we're going to have. Well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, I hope that's enough. Guess we'll see once we start going to make our recipes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the next one, 2, 3. Perfect. The gas/liquid hatch restriction position is gone. Well, that's good at least. Okay, now EBFs has less restrictions at the 2.8 update. Volks can use the bottoms both and top. You need one for each EBF so as to not block the other recipe. Recipes that don't require gas or fluid output don't need a hatch. Yeah. So that's what we have right now. Let's see, what do we have? Heat-proof machine case. Ooh, that's pretty gross. We should probably move the energy somewhere else away from everything. Maintenance hatch. So a fluid input. Actually, hold on. Alright, so we have fluid inputs for both of them. This one has 2 fluid outputs, an input bus for items. We have 1 general output for everything, for items. Plenty of space. Which actually, we needed the buses or whatever. Don't forget to use the meat hatches, that's exactly what I was starting to think. I'm like, oh. So, hold on, let me look at the meat hatches for fluids and stuff. That's the only thing I kind of worry about. Like the amount of different fluids and stuff for items. Okay, so it says keeps 16 item types in stock. Okay. So it can cache up to 128,000 liters of fluids by default. Change size. Okay. So let's get these automated. 4, 1, and 1. Are these more expensive? 4 acceleration cards, a dual interface. I'm being annoyed about this annoying about this because I want to watch you more. More time before your world explodes. I greatly appreciate it. The output hatch and output bus can cache any amount of types in the output. For fluid inputs, you still don't have a me hatch option. That'll come much later. Okay. At least I have something, I guess. That's another... I just had a blood moon, like, not long ago. Ugh. Alright, so we have all this. So that. Stocking input bus, output bus. Input, output. They're all circuit 1. Okay, just had to make sure. Issue assembler circuit 1, just to make sure it's an HV. It is, okay. I'm going to change all my recipes. Stocking hatch. Oof. Fluix crystals. We don't have a recipe for that. Charged Certus quartz. Did I not have this? The size of the hatch is determined by the cell in the system, not the hatch. If you can afford me hatches, you should always use them. Never a reason not to use them. After for sitting so long in the pocket dimension, I forgot about blood moons. Okay. The cell in the system. Charge Certus quartz. Let me see if I have a recipe. I doubt it. So I do have some. We save some time here. Okay. It's only 8.5 seconds. Although the LCR would be kind of nice. Oh. Where's this guy? Oh, it's this one. Okay. Turn that off. That's an output. I do sometimes miss all the stuff that happens in the overworld, and it doesn't in the pocket dimension, but I like the quiet, to be honest. It is, yeah. I can see why you guys would all love being in the pocket dimension. I feel like it'd be less likely to have a conflicting recipe with Circuit 24 there. Single LCR. So yeah, I could put it in... Wait. Oh, I guess I do have one. Wow. Circuit not chosen. Well, let's move that over there real quick. So red. Eee. Alright, so now we either got the mixer, no circuit, 20 ticks, well that's nothing, okay. Or I can get the Fluix B. Literally no difference. Here there's a difference. That's Fluix Dust. Alright, so now me... Okay, now I need to make the flat dual interfaces. Dual interface. Pretty soon I'm going to need that multi-block assembler, because I am full. Oh good. Need more titanium. Orange. Yeah, it is orange. I just said red because blood. Orange.
Orange, tangerine emoji, emoji.
Thank you very much, Red, for the orange. I'll be able to go buy an orange now. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait. It needs all the Platline metals. Oh, wait, the assembler. Talking about this guy. It needs all the metals?
Orange, tangerine emoji, emoji.
That's tungsten steel. Vibrant quartz glass. Emitter. Iridium. So yeah, we need iridium for that, and then a quantum star. Then molecular assemblers. Yeah, that needs just tungsten steel. Sorry, I thought you meant regulars. Oh! Okay, I think I know what you mean. That works like a multi-block assembler. Which actually, let me look at that, yeah. Circuit assembly. No, I know we can't make that. Component assembly line. No, I don't think it's that one. Assembly line. Assembler machine casing. IV motors. Nope. Ooh, that's gross. ZPM circuits. Wow, that's way down the road. Okay. Yeah, and you need quantum supercomputers. Nor memory chips? Well, that ain't that bad. Quantum assemblies. Qubit processing unit. Oh my gosh. Okay, well I guess it's not that bad, but still it's not great. Focus on the quest. I'm sorry, I'm curious. I'm looking at everything. Alright. Where are we at? Me bus. Hey, input bus. Look at that. We have 4 me input buses. Alright, 4 of those. Oh boy. Manual. Ugh. Alright, well, how are we gonna... I guess we could make more assemblers. Do we have a assembler circuit 2? Yeah. I guess we do. Have to make more recipes for this crap. HE assembler circuit 2. EV assembler circuit 2. Dual interface, yes. He spoke of precise assembler. Missing more titanium. It's still cooling down. Alright, what about me hatch? That's muffler hatch. Now we need patterns. We can't afford one. Good. I need something. Ugh. At least I guess I can just change all my recipes now for my multi-blocks to have... Well, no, I'm not going to change them to have hatches now. I'm going to change them to have, like, the meat stuff, so... Just use a screwdriver recipe. Well, I don't have... I mean, I do have some single use, but I would like to get... what do you want to say? I would like to get more single use tools automated before I can do that. The meat hatches / buses do need a good amount of titanium too, so you probably have to speed that up somehow. Yeah, so what I'll probably do with that is... What am I going to need? Well, probably make another line. Oh, maybe where I have the Platline, I make a titanium processing line with some multi-blocks down there. So that way it goes a little bit quicker. So the longest part is this stupid chemical bath. If we could wash it quicker, it'd be fine. Because uses right now, chemical bath. Nope, chemical bath. It takes 21 seconds. And then let's see. Uses. Chemical bath. Rutile. This takes another 20 seconds. So, I mean, these take forever to turn into titanium tetrachloride. The multi speeds that up 5 to 20 times. Yeah, so that'll be good. And then we'll probably need a quad vac freezer for all of our hot ingots. Speed things up a bit too. So our music decided it doesn't want to play anymore because an advertisement that doesn't play is trying to play, but it won't happen. Alright, come on, music. Where are we at? Alright, let's just do beginning 2. Alright, pattern capacity card. Waiting on circuits. Cancel that. We don't care about the dust anymore. 112 titanium. Youch. Soak everything in your ore washer line. Yeah. I just need... what is it? Actually, no. Sulfuric acid's easy. So make another ore washer for that upstairs. 16, there it is. Okay, good. So we have a pattern card. I think these all have like 3 rows on them. That one does not. There we go. Okay, so now we have the bus. Me bus. No, that's okay. Well, we have an input bus. We don't have the output buses. Let's try 4. Out hatch. Or out me. There we go. And then 4 of these. Silicon, solar grade, and titanium. Well, we're still going to have to wait for titanium, but solar silicon grade is easy enough. Silicon. Okay, so our silicon got stuck here. Hold on. We're supposed to have an ore washer for persulfate, mercury, and acids. Yeah, we just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Oh, you know what? I probably should put a acceleration card here so that we don't have to worry about that happening again. Why don't you set a manual batch control on your ore washer to titanium speed? Oh, to speed up. So you're saying why don't I do just a manual batch? I don't know if it'll mess up. I mean, like, I don't want to mess up the water. Although, like, the water, getting that back in is not too big of a deal. I guess I just have to take out the reservoir hatch. Or I could, and I should, just build another chem bath. Let's see what I have, too. Let me see what I can do here for making multi-blocks. Jazzy, what's going on? How you doing? Cards. Don't have any cards here. None in my inventory, none in there. So let me check downstairs real quick. Changing modes in the washer doesn't mess up anything. Keep the reservoir hatch. So if I change it to sulfuric acid, that shouldn't mess with stuff too much. So that's what I'm just trying to wonder, like, if I start washing it with sulfuric acid, like, putting that in the input hatch somewhere else, that shouldn't make anything go too crazy. Alright, now where the heck is the everyday game of where is Blaze's chest? Nope. 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 It needs water and acid for the washer to work. Just disconnect the ore line inlet. Okay. Oh, hello. Where have I been working today? Yeah, we have plenty of sulfuric acid, thankfully, too. We don't have to worry about any of that. So there's all this. Okay, it's not back here. I also like to use sulfuric acid in chalcopyrite. You can recycle all of the acid back anyways. Really? Well, I guess... yeah, using... and the chemical bath. You get the green vitriol water. Yeah, you electrolyze it and you get the acid right back. Yeah, okay. And iron out of it, too. Okay. Oh, here's my chest that I've been looking for. Why was I looking for it? Oh, the acceleration cards, that's why. And the oxygen, yeah. Having the extra oxygen is a very huge help. Honestly, I should make my buffer tank a little bit bigger. We have oxygen there. Where else is it being stored? So I see 4,000, or 4 million. Why is it not being stored elsewhere? Oxygen. Okay, well, it's nowhere to be found in here. Interesting. Literally none of these. Fuel, cetane, helium. What's that? Oh, wow. 1.63 million nitrobenzene here as well. Okay, nothing there. Just make sure it's not in here. Sluice bauxite carbon. Okay, I'm not seeing it. Interesting. So I have a tank somewhere that I don't even know about. Sticky card. Yeah, so I'm trying to find where the hell I put it. Now we got oxygen here. But what? Obviously we have it being all used in that. We have oxygen being used over here. I renamed the cells in a Tinker's Forge. Actually, that's not even a bad idea. Yeah, because there's nothing on this guy. So there's a storage bus there. So we have this guy here. Wait. Okay, so we have this tank. Why does it not also store in the other tank? It was storage bus. Unless I put a sticky card on this. Sticky card, where are you at? Is there a sticky card somewhere? No, it's all being stored in that one upstairs, but there's no sticky card on it. So this is the 4 million that we have. But there's no sticky card. There's nothing here. Bidirectional, unless this isn't bidirectional here. Bidirectional. So I just don't know why it's not splitting into two separate places. Okay, because there's no way we're just sitting perfectly at 4 million. It uses priority based on the closest tank. Is using the tank below first. But I'm still feeling like it should go over 4 million. Because, like, I highly doubt that we're producing just the perfect amount to where it goes to a perfect 4 million and then never above it. But I could understand, like you're saying, it uses whatever's in the bottom tank, but I still feel like it should store excess in that tank. But yeah, now if I use a sticky card down here, well, can't I use a sticky card in both, and then it should go to both tanks? Guess let's try that. Oh, you know what? I think I might know the problem. Because I've realized this with some other things here. So let's take out the sticky card. So, depending on how the super tank is facing... So it is facing the bottom right now. You do that. And then it should allow inputs, because sometimes it doesn't like inputting through the output. Unless that doesn't matter for these machines. Input from output side allowed, okay. $1,000. And it's only whatever is produced from that. Okay, whatever. That is so stupid. 4 million hydrogen. Hydrogen, I got a lot of hydrogen. A2's prioritization works like this. Lower priority, use first. Store later. Higher priority, store first. Lower priority, use first. Store later. Try setting to a higher priority then. Okay. Should send it there. Do I need a card for that or something? Wait, no, priority. Okay, so like 2. Okay, 37,000. So this is going to slowly drain out. Just fine. I'd rather have it stored in the other one, and basically the priority is how much the A2 system wants to keep the item inside it. Okay. You don't want to prioritize something that could crash the system. Well, this should be alright. Actually, let's do that. So it's the storage bus here. It should still extract it. I guess we'll find out if something crashes. Hopefully not. Yeah, look at that. It problemed up again. Add another one just in case. We don't want that slow. Stay full! Okay. Import bus. That's going to be perfectly fast enough. And we've been fine here for now anyways. And there's nothing else that could even go into it to have a problem, so. Filling the tank will stop the titanium setup. Well, it is set to voiding mode. So it'll be fine there. Because I want to... I mean, even though it's set to voiding mode, we're wasting a little bit. I'd rather have it stop at 8 million than 4 million, so at least we have double the reserves. Alright, let's look at the me hatches. Me hatch. Okay, we just need the fluid ones. Still missing the silicon solar grade. Nice. While in void mode, its LCR loop will never stop. Which LCR loop? I'm not sure exactly which one you mean. Should we talk about this? No, it's titanium tetrachloride. Oh, this one would never stop. Okay. Well, I'll have to get another oxygen tank, or just another tank for oxygen down at the bottom. Actually, no, I just get a cell. Maybe go dump this in. It's like I get a cell that, like, once that's filled, it fills up the rest of them, and then... I don't even know. I'll just turn that off. So if that fills up, then we'll stop production here. It'll be fine for now. We'll leave it. Once we have problems, we'll figure it out later. We have other problems to solve for now. Alright, we're getting more of that silicon back. Good. And I believe we need titanium still. $55 titanium. Damn. Okay. So I guess go down here and let's see what we can do with all this. Hey, what's going on, meme? If there's a void somewhere, it will never stop. Yeah. And that's just wasting energy and resources. Everybody with the blaze emoji. So, output bus. No, that's not the guy we're worried about here. Output bus. Dang, that thing gives off light. It does give off light. What the heck? Output bus me. So I have to put a storage component thing in there. 16K. So I put in like these, right? The output bus and hatch have limited output space. If you need more, you can upgrade them either by crafting them with storage components or putting a cell inside. Okay, a digital singularity cell will make the cache near infinite. Note that the output bus must eject each item from its cache in order. If it cannot eject the topmost item, it will be stuck and cannot eject any other items. If voiding is turned off, the multi-block will not void when the me outputs are full. Hey, Yummy, what's going on? Hello, blazing Gregtech guy in a suit. How are you doing today? It will only increase energy consumption and will never give the benzene a break. Yeah. But that's a problem you can solve offline if you want, or you can leave it burning. Yeah, we'll have to figure out how we want our oxygen. We'll need like a level emitter or something like that to kind of shut it off. Which, I'll probably wait. I'll do something like that once I probably have a better setup for all that stuff, like whether or not we get all the centrifuges with the liquid air distillation. Let's see, for usage in some machines, the advanced assembly line, the configured item must be in the first slot in order for the multi to work. Emitter is good. So we got all these, we just need the output hatch. I'm going to go play some Hypixel Skyblock for a bit. Then if I don't get distracted, I'll actually start my devlog for my tower defense. Awesome. I wish you the best of luck with all that. Alright, so we need to get some cells, I think. Could have sworn I possibly had some extra cells on me yesterday. Look at that. I do. Hey, Faith, what's going on? How you doing today? Emitters or level maintainers will last you a tier or two without issue. Okay. Yeah, oh, that's right. We want the redstone signal emitter. Text-to-speech blaze emoji. Look at all that silicon solar grade. Okay. Need to wait a little bit more for titanium. You don't need a cell phone in the hatch. You can leave the cell in the driver. Okay. cell phone is bad. Alright, what are we using the EBF for? Okay, we don't even have stuff to use it for yet. Hold on. We also need the sifter. Input bus. Can we select a circuit with this? Oh. Oh, okay. Here we go. Device offline. Stocking input bus. So I'm assuming these are the filtered items you could put in, and then these are the actual items themselves that are in here. So this is the filter, this is the actual items. Imagine dropping you from 6 months ago into today's base. 6 months? Where were we 6 months ago? June. I'd probably lose my mind, like, what is all this AE2? How the hell does this work? Yep, shows how much it can access. Awesome, okay. Sweet, so we need a circuit 1, and we also need this. So then, this can also then, I mean, all it needs is just right like that. We don't even need an interface, it just connects right to the cable. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's an output bus. I like that, that's nice. So yeah, it's the same amount of storage and everything. Output hatch. We'll still have to do separate fluids inputting, but that's fine. Okay. Lots of different fluids. Well, actually then, we might not need all those. We might only just need the one. If there's enough storage in it, that is. We'll see. Heat-proof machine casing. Wait, that was just the controller that we removed. No, it wasn't. Okay. Hello, can you drop down the hole, please? Think of them as a hatch plus interface with a crud load of room. Less laggy later on too, which is awesome. I think we're still waiting on titanium to cool down. Can we at least make... Hold on. 2. Perfect. Alright, we're going to let that craft. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. So let me verify how much time I have here. I don't even know. Okay. Yeah, we have about a half an hour left of the stream, roughly. The meat hatch cache is the size of the cells in the system. In this case, formatted cells are a good option to avoid clogging. Oh, okay. So it's the size. Okay. So it's basically infinite. It just matters. It just needs a place to store. They have infinite capacity too, aka they can provide the multi as many items as are present in the parent storage, not like the export buses, which are limited in speed, and input buses, which have limited capacity. Ah, okay. So you basically could have unlimited, or you could use the max amount of parallels as fast as the machine can operate, basically, then. Because usually that's kind of a problem that we do have. It's like it's on, off, on, off, on, off. With the machines that have a lot of parallels, but then they're super fast operating. Yeah, okay, dang. There we go. So we have this. We should have a quest completed. Applied Greg. Yes, applied Greg. We get a free output bus and some coins. Actually, a coin. Thank you very much. Awesome. So let's go down here. Yeah, we only need one hatch for these two. I'll just do boop. Nice. Oh, I see. So my night vision. So when I close this, my night vision goes on stronger. That's why it gets brighter. So I have output, output, fluid input, item input, item input. Which actually, I might just move over. Input bus. Boom. 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 And then I did want green. Okay. So let's see what we got here. I mean, we don't have much stuff for the EBF, so I might just go with the blue that we already have. What do we have? Blue for the mixer. You know what? We could just do green. Dense green all the way across. We'll use this for the electrolyzers and the EBFs. So dense cables. Dense cables. We don't have much green, do we? Green dye. None. Oh, we have plenty. Cactus green. 4 dense cables, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to craft them. They keep getting stuck for some reason. It's either like it's not sending the right recipe or something, and it just gets jammed. And I have to unclog the machines. It's kind of stupid. We got 16 at least. Get us a lot closer. Okay, we got green, just normal green cables, lime. I guess I could just do this. Boom, boom. Okay, what do we want here? Take some of the blues, do a little bit of this. So now we want to filter stocking bus. So that's going to be circuit 1, and we also need a circuit rainbow cactus for dyes. Yeah, we'll have to get the rainbow cactus at some point. But it's not really on the top of my priority list right now. So we have circuit 1 and circuit 11 is the big things. We're fine. Circuit 1 is the one we want right away, and circuit 11, and then we could figure out where to put the zeros. So we want refined platinum dust, right? Yeah. Oh, refined platinum salt dust. Yes. So that's gonna go in here. Oh. What? Why did that not do anything? Is it because it's offline that it won't accept a filter? It's offline, okay. Online enabled, okay, whatever. Interesting. So does that mean if it goes offline at any point, you're going to lose your filter, and then you have to refilter it? That would kind of suck. Okay, so it still doesn't work. What is the one in the middle for? Is that for another circuit? No, okay. Oh, if I right-click it. Okay, so if I right-click, it doesn't like it. Okay, so refined platinum salt. Circuit 1. Okay. So uses in the EBF, circuit 1, it makes chlorine. Cool. What else is circuit 1? Circuit 1, iridium metal residue. Uses. Circuit 1, so we just got that guy. Boom. You can place non-consumed stuff there. Non-consumed stuff. Oh, so like a circuit. Yeah, I think that would be kind of what you would use, or if there's like something else. So could I theoretically just have then, I guess maybe it would make sense, a circuit 1 and a circuit 11, and then whatever it needs, I could just have one EBF technically, I think. If that's how that works. So we have crude rhodium metal dust. Yeah, you could. Crude rhodium metal dust. I like how you get crude rhodium metal ore. Hey, what's going on, Arkin? Hello, good sir. How are you doing? So salt. Okay, so we want salt in there too. Gregtech salt. Boom. Boom. Uses. Yes. And then chlorine on this side as well. Need a fluid export bus. Good. Glad that you're doing well. Okay, so that's 3 recipes in there. Refined platinum salt, iridium metal, and leech residue. So right now, if you are wondering, I can't give lemonade, but I can give this. A donut! Oh, thank you very much. I love donuts. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, Arkin. Also, if you have any questions about the mod pack we're playing, just feel free to ask. Right now we're working on the platinum processing line. Okay. Leech. Yes, leech dust. Leech residue. Okay, it's leech residue. Uses. Saltpeter, leech residue, and salt water. Donut. I love the donut. Leech residue, we need saltpeter. Okay, boom. Which we're going to have to allow that to be filtered through our filter over here. There we go. Alright, hey, thank you very much for the likes too, by the way. I greatly appreciate that. So now, yeah, we just need some fluid export buses, and we should be alright here. We have fluid import buses. I'm not seeing any fluid export buses. If only my inventory was cleaned. Yeah, no, I don't think I have any. That's alright. Okay. Fluid export bus 4, and we're missing tin dust. I got a gift card, so I have more coins. Dang! Oh, that's always awesome getting gift cards and stuff. Is it like a what kind of a gift card did you get? It's like I don't think there's such thing as a TikTok gift card, is there? Probably like a Visa thing. But thank you very much for the donations. I greatly appreciate it. Still got the silicon going. 480 something. Uh-oh. That's not good. Why are you off? Hey, thank you very much for the another donut. I know it wasn't another donut. It was a heart me. Thank you. Oh, Google Play card. Well, thank you very much for everything. Wireless AE2 today. Honestly, you know, I'm probably not even getting that far away from needing to do that, am I? Time to empty 1 minute. Because what is our minimum? Our minimum's 30 million. I was gonna say, like, why are our turbines not running? And we're at 987,000. Hold on, we need a sticky card for this. Because tell me why. Actually, no. I don't need a sticky card. Let's turn the priority up on this guy. Priority 1. Three. Okay, 900. Oh, it's probably because it's on a secondary net. You already have everything ready, you just need the terminal. Sounds good. Because why do I have 2 million here? It's not being stored in the other one. Oh my goodness, it is a lemonade. A sour daddy. Thank you very much for the lemonade, sour daddy. I greatly appreciate it, Arkin. A lemonade. I'm going to be able to stay well hydrated. Hot titanium ingots. Where's our sticky card? Sticky card, sticky card. That just doesn't, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. To increase the priority. And literally, the nitrobenzene is produced right here. So it should be right into this guy. I guess let's do a priority of 3 here too. Just put a high priority. Still nothing, because I don't think it could draw... I don't think it can draw the fluid back this way. Although it should be able to. That doesn't make any sense. Unless I just need a fluid export onto this now. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go eat snacks. Well, thank you very much for everything. We'll see you later. Weird. So let's get rid of this. I don't know why we have this. Storage will not pull data from the system to the tank. Well, it seems to be pulling into this tank for some weird reason. 953,000. But if you use an export and a storage in the same tank, it will keep looping. Yes, that's why I'm like, why is it not 950,000? Are you producing? You are producing stuff. And it was working fine before. So where is it going now? 948,000. Okay, so it did go up a little bit there. Weird. Absolutely weird. Also, I'm sad that we're gonna have to end soon. Alright, we have an 800k reserve there, but there we go, we have that going now. How much is that? 4.5 seconds. Get more of that silicon done and out of here. Sifter. Where does one want a sifter? I mean, honestly, we should be able to get away with 2 EBFs. So let's put the sifter next to this guy. Five by 5, okay. 1, 2, center. Maintenance, any casing. Also, oh wait, no, that's from holding the tank. That wasn't pollution sickness. Okay, so this is also 3 tall, isn't it? Yep, it is 3 tall. Okay, input bus. We got an input bus. I don't know if we sift any fluids. No. Uses sifter. It would not make sense to sift fluid. It's all centrifuge. It's all items, so you don't need fluid hatches on this silly thing. I know it was a silly statement that I made. Oh, no, okay, no, I was wrong. For some reason, you weirdly sift out fluids. Oh, I guess it's mud, so I guess it's not really. Well, mud is a fluid. Monazite. Okay, well, nothing that we are using it for, so we can stay away from that. So, an input bus, an output bus. I see that they are different looking. So we got those. We got an energy hatch. We don't need fluids, although we could have a fluid output possibly. Maybe. Let's look for fluid outputs. No. Okay, it seems to be all items. Yeah. Okay. Nope. It can. But once again, it's not what we're using it for, so we don't get fluids back out of it. Okay. Just gotta make sure. So we got energy, item in, or item out, item in. That should be everything. I do need a muffler. Put the muffler out the back. It will drop when consumption is high and increase when turbines shut down. That's natural, yeah. I was making sure that it wasn't anything crazy. Like it wasn't being refilled at all or something. Okay, so we just need another sieve casing. 2 sieve casings. Actually really excited to see this all working out. So we do need eventually, oh, hello. We're gonna have to get our filters kind of set up here on some more cells. Okay. Change this to cobblestone. 260. It does go up, okay. 388. 452. Nice. That way we can save some of our stone dust for like drilling fluid and stuff. Because now we're not going to have like anything. Sieve casings. Boom, boom. Sieve is now completed. A little bit of maintenance. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Love it. Oh. Alright, so we just need the export buses. We obviously... Oh, yeah. Another big thing is going to be these energy cables. Which I can, if I was careful, I could cut them down to something else, but let's see here. We got energy going into that already. It's kind of nice we can keep that in the Greg chest now. Since those are Greg hatches. Pink can go into the Greg chest. Okay. I am loving this so far. Like the Platline, like I know it can be stressful for some people, but I love this. This is great. Another 8x. Keep these there. 1, 2, 3. We just need 2 more for the electrolyzer to be connected. And we should probably continue making some dense cables for whatever reason that they always break. Covered cables. So just makes covered cables here. Hey, Angry Noodle, what's going on? Have we seen you before? I don't remember if I recall the name, so I do apologize. But hopefully you're having a great day today. We have 10, 15 minutes probably left of the stream before we'll have to hop off here. No stress. Yeah, we're not having any stress right now, thankfully. How's our titanium? 78. I might have to smelt up some more of this. This was nice when we were getting this all from... I think this is all from Mars and stuff. Yeah, we were getting all the titanium. It was beautiful. Still getting that solar, silicon grade silicon. Time to full. We're in the net positive. That's all that matters. Yeah, I've been here before, and you told me the exact same. Well, I do apologize, but welcome back. So right now, as you can tell, we're kind of messing with Platline stuff. Alright, so circuit 11 is good. Do that. We need to get some export buses for some of our fluids and stuff. So right now, technically, we are producing some platinum. It's not quite optimized yet because we need a lot more hydrochloric acid and chlorine production, which we will get a lot of that back once we actually have the sifter to sift out the platinum residue, I think it is. Oh no, the platinum salt. And then we can smelt the refined platinum salt into chlorine and then back into the platinum metallic powder for processing. What do we have for platinum? Platinum 202 only right now. It's all good. Fluid export. See if I can just make 2 of them for now. But how have you been, Angry Noodle? Hopefully you're doing alright. Oh, coils as well now. Coil, nichrome, 26. Still missing nichrome. Then the mica-based sheet. Can we make a form press? There we go. Molecular assembler. Boom. So the forming press, get one of those going. And then that way we can make the sheets. I'm good. Just got to the moon for the first time in Gregtech New Horizons. Well, congrats on getting there. That is a huge step. That is awesome. Honestly, yeah, once you start getting to the moon and everything else, like you start space traveling, it is just insanely cool. I'm trying to see here now. IV quests. So eventually it wants me to hold on to 78 potassium disulfate. Okay, that's optional. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Palladium salt dust. It needs me to hold on to. What is that? Palladium... Oh, it's a palladium blade. 16 heart damage. Wow. Yeah, and then eventually we'll have the polybenzimidazole. Jeez. Chromium trioxide. PBI is a synthetic fiber needed in ZPM hulls. Oh, of course it is. And in high-tier solar panels. Also be used to make some other items more efficiently. It has many steps to produce it, so let's start with chlorobenzene. But keep in mind, you'll need to complete the other non-Platline IV tier chemical quests too. Already automated PBI, hold 256 sheets to skip this quest line. Nope, cannot say I have done that yet. Oh, I see the tier 3 rocket. Europa, Ross, Ceres, and Callisto. Advanced mixer. Okay, why are we not making the forming press? Oh, that's right, it's got to wait for that. Okay. Now is it just broken? See, for some reason this recipe is broken. Hold on. Covered cable. So 4 in 144. So covered cable. Assembler. So does it try to make a different recipe? No, it shouldn't. Oh, you know what? Oh, I think it's making this recipe, or the other recipe without this instead. So I gotta use a different assembler without a circuit. That kind of sucks. No blocking mode on. So the block mode is on, but it's using circuit 24 with this and the silicon instead of using this. So, oh my gosh, getting spam texted now. Circuit in the assembler. Yeah, so that is why we have to put this recipe somewhere else. This is why I've been having problems. Like, I knew something was going on, but I'm glad that I finally figured it out. So now we just need an assembler with no circuit. So assembler, no. No circuit, dual interface. Pattern cards. Missing tin dust, I love it. Where's my tin? Tin ingots. Oh, good. Cassiterite. Go smelt that up into tin. What are these? Cantal coils. 32 tin ingots, nice. Or you can disable the smart block, but it will be a little slower. Let's do this. It'll be fine. Tin ingot. So we have all this. Tin dust. Let's go macerate this all down real quick. But I don't know if disabling the smart block, I don't think that would change anything for that machine with the Circuit 24, because it would still try to craft the wrong thing. So that's why we just have to move it over to a different assembler. Card. Pattern card. Yes. Cancel that. One recipe for each. Well, even if you have the recipe for the single one, if you go to craft, because this circuit is here, it's going to try to craft the other one first. Because I think it's going to be broken no matter what if we try to use... If we try to use this recipe in this assembler with Circuit 24, no matter what, it's going to fail. Because it's always going to try and craft this first, because I think it prioritizes the circuit inside of it. So it tries to craft using the fluix and the silicon rather than using all of these. So that's why I'm just going to move it to a different assembler. Something without a circuit, that way it can't get messed up. You won't be able to craft it because one recipe uses 72 liters and the other is 144. This one takes 72. This one takes 44. It's still going to fail. It's still going to fail because it can take one cable and 72 liters. Yeah, because it's initially, yeah, that's still going to fail, yeah. So that's why that's why I'm switching it to a different one. My mistake. No, you're all good. I'm sorry if I was making it maybe a little bit confusing. If it was the other way around to where this took 144 and this was like 72 or something, yeah, probably would work, but silly machine just is stupid. But I'm happy that I finally figured it out. $11.52. Okay. So we got a couple minutes here. We'll see if we could finish this up with the rubber cables. Then I can finally start mass producing a lot more, because I keep running out because it's not actually crafting all of them. That's what I thought. Yeah. I was kind of thinking that's kind of what I was assuming you were thinking after I figured out what you were saying. Ugh. Yep, sometimes just gotta be careful, I guess. Well, I'm still gonna have problems like that going on in the future, but as long as I can catch them like this, then I can't worry too much. Alright, a pattern card. Probably should check out, see where it is first, the one that I want to use. Assembler, no circuit, dual interface. This guy gets used for everything. I thought it said no circuit. This one say no circuit, dual interface. Why is it circuit 1? Whatever. It's still no circuit. There's nothing with circuit 1 for these, is there? No, so that'll be fine. Sweet! Finally! That's why it's always good to use one machine for each circuit. Yeah. That is kind of the thing. That's always like a big weird balance. It's like, okay, how do we prevent lag, and also how do we just like prevent issues like that? So I'd rather deal with, well, I guess I say no, I'd rather deal with lag, but I wouldn't deal with lag. Dense cables. So now where are these made? Dense cables. Because now I feel like we probably have an issue with that as well. Dense cables. Assembler, no circuit. Dense cables. So, what is my recipe? 16 me-covered cables. Okay, so that is also crazy over here. Lazy lag. So this is also in the same thing. Okay, so it's going to be slow, but it should work. Yeah, alright. Covered cables, 128. Sweet. Alright. That is resolved. Honestly, oh yeah, export. 2 exports. So, let's see, refined platinum salt. Uses. Doesn't need anything. Iridium metal residue. Doesn't need anything. Crude rhodium metal dust. Needs chlorine. So we could have chlorine going in here. Also going to need a capacity card. Acceleration and capacity. That's literally all I need in there, actually. Okay, so maybe I don't need the capacity card. Yoink. Alright, so then this guy, leech residue. What is your attitude towards Minecraft Pocket Edition and its players? I mean, I don't really have an attitude towards them. I feel kind of bad for them because, I mean, Pocket Edition is probably the worst just because I just hate the controls. I need mouse and keyboard. And even like Bedrock with like console edition or whatever, you're playing on console, I hate the controllers and stuff. I just need mouse and keyboard since that's kind of how I started with the game. But the players themselves, I don't have anything against them. The amount of keyboard clicks to the movement in the screen are off-putting. I be hearing 6 button presses yet Blaze is just walking forward. Just going... constantly tapping everything. Sorry for making your eardrums bleed. Salt water wants to go into here. So we got salt water. So this one's going to need a capacity card, and boom. Oof. Alright, so saltpeter is with leech. Really? Oh no, I don't have this done yet, that's why. Blaze has fast fingers. Yes, I do. Alright, well, I think I am missing a couple recipes, but that's fine. Platline, I hear. Yeah, what's going on, Giev? Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Now, this is peak. Although, I will say, it's not as peak, because you did jump in slightly towards the end of the stream here. I thought the same, but when I went to their Funtime analog, I realized I was wrong. Funtime analog? Just like they're having a lot of fun? Oh, fat fingers. I don't know why I read that as fast. Well, but yes, so far we have most of the platinum stuff set up. We have a mixture for Aqua Regia, all the chemical reactors. You can see kind of what they're being used for here down at the bottom. An electrolyzer for the calcium chloride to be electrolyzed back into chlorine. And then once I get some nichrome, I'm going to be setting up the nichrome coils here just for some perfect overclocks to hopefully get a little bit of energy savings and just a bit quicker recipes here, as well as the sifter for all the platinum salt. I'm not sure if I'll have time later on this evening, and if I do, I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing Gregtech or not. But tomorrow afternoon, I should have some time to stream, I think. But yeah, just keep an eye on the Discord and everything for the next couple of streams. We are making some pretty dang good progress with the Platline, and I'm very excited for the rest of it. Funtime is the best Anarchy server in Minecraft, Java. Java? I don't think you could play Java on mobile, though, that I know of. But either way, I do apologize. I have to get going. So thank you very much, everybody, for jumping in today. We'll catch you all later. Blaze out.